Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Uzrad Lew. Uzrad Lew has led a notable career in corporate finance at the global level as a financial advisor, investment banker, deal maker, negotiator, as well as involvement in the structuring of numerous venture capital and private equity funds. He is a top advisor to investors and financial institutions looking to solidify buy and sell positions in this emerging market. Well, good afternoon, Uzrad. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Uzrad. This is exciting. Again, another awesome day because we get on a podcast with somebody in person, hear their story, turn around and share it with the world. So thank you very much. So Uzrad, let's jump right into the questions here. You've got quite the career from being a financial advisor to an investment banker, entrepreneur, and now the founder of 2020 Capital. Could you share with our audience the secret to your professional success and what has inspired you to your new journey with 2020 Capital?
Yeah, sure. First, there are no secrets. I made it a life mission many years ago to share my knowledge, my experience, my concerns, everything. So to begin with, I don't like calling it secrets. I think my career was shaped first and foremost by my military service, actually. My motto is that we will do the difficult things immediately. The impossible ones will just take a little bit more time. So this is how I was kind of, brought up, the early stages of my career. And then as an investment banker and a financial advisor, I think my career was shaped by fundamentals. I know it's almost a curse now, but I think what we see around us, from WeWork to Uber to DoorDash, when we see that valuation is everything and hyper expansion, rules the world, I think we should actually, as entrepreneurs and for sure as responsible, leaders or founders, we should go back to fundamentals. We should, lead by example. Of course, work hard. I always say hard and harder, like hard every day and harder than anyone else. We should be open-minded. I think I learned a lot of patience, to be a good listener. And of course, what shapes you are the failures to do all these things, or the times in which you avoided them, and then learn from your mistakes. I think maybe a more kind of modern, approach to things is that I always trust data before I trust myself. And of course, finally, we simply never give up. We are quiet, relentless people. I think real success loves peace and quiet, not a lot of noise. Kind of, focus on on your goal, on the things that you want to accomplish, and just don't forget the fundamentals.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. The fundamentals are important. And a lot of times we need to rehearse those, right, in life to get stronger at what we're doing and trying to overcome some challenges. And of course, the life experience you mentioned is absolutely important. And I'm glad you're sharing that with our audience today. So thank you. So Uzrad, we've talked about this pandemic a little bit, but we've had to make some incredible sacrifices, shifts, et cetera, during the pandemic. But what's your plans for business growth going forward? Maybe you can tell me about any passion projects that you're working on here in 2022.
So first of all, 2020 Capital is all about passion. What we do, we create financially self-sufficient communities in all, American urban centers, big, middle and small. We are about to in 2022, we are about to open our first site, our first spike, the way we call it, here in Pasadena, in Southern California. which is super, exciting by itself. It will be, actually, we are starting ahead of that by launching a major PR campaign that will be launched officially in the beginning of February 2022, getting closer and closer. During the next few months, we are also about to close our first a Series A fundraising. And from there, we are headed to investing and actually more into execution, less planning, rolling out our first spike, which is going to be a big story everywhere because of the way we look at things, because of the way, we are actually implementing our mission.
I love that. And thank you for sharing. I know, and we see it on the news all the time, how people are struggling, especially in your state right now. So I'm glad you're there trying to help people bring some relief to the state of California. So switching gears, Uzrad, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack, right? Maybe you can tell us about how the 2020 Capital's technologies helps users and differentiates itself from others in the industry.
So I just want to add that, we use the pandemic time to really take a very straightforward, deep look inside. So we were working a lot, mainly on the technology, but also gathering more information, interviewing hundreds of people. Actually, as I said before, we used to say location. We're saying fundamentals. To your question, the technology is basically the core of everything we do. As I said, the company mission is to create financially self-sufficient communities. That means every community that is becoming, hopefully, financially self-sufficient is built on financially self-sufficient members of the community, individuals. And the client, is the focus, is the center of everything we do. So in a way, this approach drives the technology. I'll just give you a short example. We are starting our process of becoming financially self-sufficient by setting a standard, mapping your financial being. We're not saying financial condition, we're not saying financial situation, we're not saying financial status. We're calling it financial being, because it's not only mathematical and numbers data. It is your anxieties, it is your dreams, it's what financially, quote unquote, wakes you up in the middle of the night sweating. So it's a combination of many things. By facing an AI wizard that is basically a combination of many existing technologies where we are more integrators than developers, we are taking you through a short, kind of an application. I would call it more a journey, a breakthrough journey. At the end, you are mapped financially. And that's a revolution by itself, because this puts an end to being trapped, to being cornered by all kinds of financial services or financial products, because after the mapping process, you know exactly what are your financial capacities, what are your financial capabilities, how do you like to be approached, what are your sensitivities, what are your limits. And this, of course, is the first step to become an independent financial decision maker. So it's an amazing technology. We also use it to manage the business. Our sites, our spikes, as we call them, are going to be managed by, it's a 25 to 40,000 square feet location. It's not a small a small property, and it will be managed mainly by the AI system. So it's multitasked and a very, very interesting approach. But at the same time, we are not a really software house company. We are coding here and there, but more to integrate existing technologies that we either buy or license.
Thank you for sharing. Do appreciate that, Uzrad. And you're right. We have a lot of great and emerging technology at our fingertips today that we can leverage. And I thoroughly enjoy jumping into a little bit of tech talk today. So thank you. And Uzrad, last question here. Could you maybe share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in finance or entrepreneurship?
I think the most important thing is how you build your team, which is a do or die thing for many entrepreneurs. And you are not like, an employee or an associate with a financial services company of any kind or any name, where you come into the building and you are part of an existing team. Here, you have to find people that, first of all, will unite around a vision. Second, I think I learned that it's a composition of many things. It's not only about getting the best professionals, accomplished people, people who know how to work and become part of a team. But I think it's a combination of this and finding at least a few members or partners that you can almost blindly trust, that you know from before, that you don't have to think a lot. You know them, so you are very attentive to them, and they are very attentive to you, and they can, together with you, help you, in crisis management situations where there are tensions. It's very, very important that you'll have these, diehard allies as part of your team. I think choosing the right team is my key recommendation. All the rest I already said. I won't repeat it. Never give up. And again, fundamentals. Don't be tempted by valuations, because you may get them, but at the end, if after you get the high valuation, you're still losing more money than you are producing revenues, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. Your legacy, which is why we do everything, is not going to be there. It's not going to be sustainable. So these are my recommendations. And have fun, smile. Don't take life too seriously. Learn to accept and smile a lot. Be happy and surround yourself by happy people.
Thank you. I think that's amazing. You've shared some great gems around that, and you're absolutely right. If you got the fundamentals, you're having a little bit of fun, you've got a great team, surely success is around the corner. So Uzrad, I appreciate the share on that. And I just want to let you know it was a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you very much.
Bye for now.